Well, a very good afternoon from Phuket, and today I've come over to Nai Harn. Now, I wasn't actually planning on doing any filming today. I would come down here really to take some pictures for my Facebook group, but as I've been riding around, there's quite a lot of activity going on, so I thought, being I'd got my camera with me anyway, I will switch it on and we'll have a wander around Nai Harn so you can see what's going on, because it has been a little while since I last covered this area video wise. You can see my last one, I will link it at the top of the screen, go and have a look at it. But there has been some changes down here recently and it looks like they're for the better. Behind me is the Nai Harn Phuket hotel, so a very nice hotel there. That's where we're going to start this little walk around Nai Harn, and you can see the beach is looking reasonably busy. It's not packed by any means. Of course, we're in low season. The weather, well, we had some rain this morning, so like I say, I hadn't planned on doing any video, but it's cleared up and now it's a little overcast. There's a little bit of sun, but it's not too bad. It's very warm, of course. So let's now make our way down towards the beach area. So there is the Nai Harn Phuket 5-star hotel right next to Nai Harn beach. And we're just going to wander down here. This road actually runs past the Nai Harn and carries on down to Asang Beach, I think it's pronounced. Asang Beach, or Asang, something like that. And right on the corner here we have the Rock Salt restaurant. You can just see the beach there. We're going to take a quick look at Rock Salt. Not busy at the minute because it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. Yeah, it's 3:30 in the afternoon, so that's Rock Salt. They got some offers going on at the moment. Happy hour, half price. So nice restaurant to come in either in the morning or in the evening, overlooking the beach area and have some food and drink. I'm going to quickly show you the menus through the glass if you can see it because of the reflections. They do Thai food and they do European food, pasta on the menu, etc. So be interesting to see how my microphone fares up today because it's very, very windy. So I'm interested to find out how well this microphone performs because I'm using a different one today. So just thought I'd show you this. It's got the high tide, the low tide, the air temperature. Highs of 31, lows of 26, weather cloudy, sunset at 18:27 today and sunrise at 6:17. And there you can see today's date, just so you know what date it is. And there is Nai Harn Beach, one of the better beaches here on the island. However, I will give a word of caution. We do have a few places here as well before we enter onto the beach. I'll just show you that. I think that these are shut here, I'm not quite sure, but that one doesn't look open, nor does, I'm not sure about the tailors. Possibly one is open along there, but not many at the minute, but it is low season. But I will give one word of caution regarding Nai Harn Beach, especially at low season. It does suffer from some very bad undercurrents. So you have to pay attention to the flags. As you can see, there are red flags today out on the beach. There is an area where they're saying it's safe to swim because Nai Harn Beach has a rip current in parts of the beach, so they can be very dangerous. Now, very, very windy. So I'll be interested to see just how well this mic stands up. Hopefully we won't have too much wind noise, but very, very nice. Like I say, it's late afternoon now, but there are still people down here. The car park's quite busy. There's a lot of activity going on in the area directly behind the beach. There's some restaurants. I don't know whether there's a market going on, I'm not quite sure because I haven't got that far over. I just saw it seemed to be quite busy, so I thought I'd grab my camera, switch it on. We'll have a walk along the beach first to the end, and then we'll turn in and walk back through the centre so you can see what's going on inside there. There's a few people out swimming. As I say, not a fantastic day. Yesterday was absolutely beautiful, it really was, and it got better the further into the day it went. So yesterday evening was just glorious, but today, I was hoping today was going to be the same, to be honest, because I had wanted to go over and film Merlin Beach, but it started off this morning, heavy rain, I got wet walking shadow, so I decided against going over there in case it rained again. And now this afternoon it has brightened up a little bit. It's not blue sky as you can see, but it's reasonable. It's overcast, there's a little bit of sun, a bit of wind, which is actually quite nice because it cools things off, because in the low season the humidity is very high here in Thailand. That's one of the things I don't like about Thailand, the humidity, because it is very, very high indeed, and you sweat very quickly when you don't have that breeze. So you can see there's a little bit of activity on the beach. It's not packed by any means, but there are people here, that's for sure. I've noticed coming through Rawai and Nai Harn, the area's starting to look a little bit more livelier. A lot of businesses open, a lot of new places, so I'm going to be coming over with the camera and covering that, of course, because I haven't covered much over here. Nice to see some people out there swimming. Not the best time of the year, but it's nice to see people out there enjoying themselves. You've got to grab it while you can. People using the sunbeds. There seems to be a better amount of sunbeds on the beach now, a little bit less than there was before. Nai Harn had a lot of sunbeds, and then the army came and they cleared them all off, and now they're starting to come back, but I can see there's not quite the numbers as there used to be here, which is nice. I think you do need a few sunbeds on some of the beaches because, of course, not everybody wants to sit on the sand, and I totally understand that. It's a difficult position because you don't want the beach taken over by sunbeds, of course. You want to have areas that have got no sunbeds at all so that you can enjoy those areas. But I think it's finding the right balance, to be honest, and I think it's looking a little bit better than it was before, definitely. As you can see, there are some, but there's not loads. A reasonable amount, I would say. And there's looks like there's a few more down there. I'm not quite sure what that is down there. I think they're sunbeds. But we're going to walk down towards there, and then we're going to make our way inside the tree line and have a look at what restaurants and shops and what's going on in the centre, because it just seems a little bit more life in there than what I remember it the last time I was here. So again, you've got the swim here flags, so today's okay for swimming in certain parts of the beach, but just be mindful of these flags because every year we get quite a few people drowned here on the island of Phuket because they just ignore the warnings. And as I've mentioned before several times on other videos, this side of Phuket, this coastline here, a lot of the beaches along here will suffer with undercurrents. Patong, Karon, Kata, all of those beaches, Nai Harn, they all have undercurrents, and you have to be very, very careful on this side of the west side of the island. There are lifeguards on duty, of course, on the beach, but just bear in mind that if they have to come in and fetch you out of the water because you're in difficulty, they are putting themselves in danger as well. So just try and pay a little bit of attention to the flags. It can save some very embarrassing moments, to say the least, and it could save your life. I see some kite surfing there, back there, somebody doing that. Of course, just round that cove there, Yanui Beach, very nice beach as well, only small but very, very nice. Some more sunbeds there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to duck off the beach and we're going to have a walk along the tree line and see what's going on behind the beach, because of course if you're coming to Nai Harn Beach you're going to spend so long on the beach, and then you may want to grab some food and drink. Of course there are places right on the beach, as you can see here, that you can grab yourself something, but if you want to move a little bit further out of the sun, obviously today we don't have too much sun, but on a sunny day you may want to grab some shade, and if you want to do that then this tree lined area is absolutely ideal. You're going to be out in the sun for a little while, especially around midday. It can get very hot, and there are now restaurants appearing in the middle. Sometimes they do have a market in this section here, but they haven't had the market for quite a while, I'll be honest. Obviously with the past situation over the last 2 years hasn't really helped. Maybe this year, this coming high season should I say, let's make it clear, the end of this year, beginning of next, they may have the market return to this area, which is always nice because it's a lovely setting to come and have a wander around the market. There's some tables out there. I presume they may be connected to that restaurant there, so you can order, sit there, have something nice to eat. There's 1 or 2 shops along here. They're selling beachwear and t-shirts, accessories for the beach, etc. As you can see, plenty of parking around Nai Harn. Don't have to worry if you're hiring a vehicle, whether it be a motorbike or a car. There's lots of places to park. And then we've got another restaurant. So good choice of restaurants around here. And these are adjacent to the beach, and then we've got another area after this bit of a space. I'll just walk around that there. Big puddle there. I don't want to walk all the way through that. Okay, so we're now walking back towards where I've parked the motorbike. As I say, I hadn't planned on making this today. I just brought the cameras along. Really, I've been looking at my setup, and I want to be able to carry my cameras a lot more with me when I'm out and about, because I always find when I've got my camera with me, I don't have anything, or I don't see anything that I want to film. And I go out without my cameras, and the minute I haven't got my cameras, I'm seeing stuff that I want to film. So I want to try and make it so I can carry them a little bit easier. Not too heavy, because obviously it's hot out here, and when you're carrying lots of equipment it can get a bit of a bind, and that's why sometimes I go out and I've not got the camera equipment with me, and I miss things, unfortunately. So I am trying now to do a little bit more filming out and about different areas. You're going to see lots of stuff coming in the next few months. I've got a lot of things planned. Things are picking up slowly. As I've said before, the key word here is slowly, but things are improving. But as you can see, beautiful Nai Harn. I've got a few people in my Facebook group who are asking me about Nai Harn, and it's a lovely, lovely area to come and stay. I would recommend having some sort of transport though, because whilst there is quite a few shops and restaurants adjacent to the beach, there's a lot more 5 to 10 minutes away. But walking would not be ideal, because maybe walking it's going to take you 20 to 30 minutes, whereas on a little motorbike or in a car it's only a few minutes away, and it's a lot more convenient. Obviously if you decide to use taxis, you've got the expense of taxis all the time, but there is a lot around this area, and that's why I would say if you're coming to Nai Harn, think about hiring something if you can, because you're going to be able to get out and about. The temple's right here as well. Nai Harn temple backs onto this part here, which is quite a nice pretty temple. It's only small, but it's definitely worth going and exploring. I have shown it before, but it is worth going and exploring if you're down this way. Again, you can see now there's this area with the restaurants. They've got some tables outside, which it looks really nice, to be fair, and they've not gone wild with it. There are some areas that haven't got the tables and chairs, which is nice to see. It's not just a mass of restaurants now, it's sort of more balanced is the word I'm looking for. But some nice restaurants here that you can come and enjoy lunchtime or evening time. Obviously when you're not on the beach, if you're staying at one of the Swaddy Cap, good afternoon. If you're staying at one of the local restaurants, local accommodation, there's villas around here. There's all sorts of accommodation near to Nai Harn. So obviously in the evening time, you can come down to the beach and maybe enjoy one of the meals, a meal at one of the restaurants, watching the sunset. So quite a nice area to come and explore, even if you're not. Massage, Swaddy Cap. Okay. So massage shop, and then more beach accessory shops, another massage shop after that. So you've got a good choice of restaurants, massage, beachwear shops and things, accessories. Not too bad if you'd stay right here on Nai Harn Beach. You have got a little bit to come and have a look around and explore, food and drink as well. And I think in the evening time you do see a few of the street vendors coming down here on their little bikes with the cart on the side. So it's a lovely place to come and stay. And I've always had a fondness for Nai Harn because it is really nice, and the beach, as you've seen, is beautiful, especially when the sun is shining. Just bear in mind what I said about the low season. If you are coming in the next few weeks, it is low season, and Nai Harn unfortunately does suffer with some very bad undercurrents at times, so pay attention to those flags. But it is a great beach. It's great in high season, great for the kids when there isn't the undercurrents, of course. At the moment we're having storms, so that's what's generating the undercurrents, but a great place to come and have a look around. And I hope this short, I don't want to make it too long, this short video has given you another glimpse of Nai Harn Beach. Go and check my other one out as well. I will link it, as I've said, and go and have a look at that. That was filmed last year, so you can see what the differences are. And yeah, I think that's covered everything. Don't forget to check out the description, of course. My social media will be down there, my Facebook group, of course, as I've mentioned. And I guess that just leaves me to say, as always, thanks for watching, you take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.